And we're back here, start line on Lake Carnegie. This is the heavyweight men's 4th and 5th Varsity 8 race. We have 2 Princeton boats, 1 Temple boat. That's going to be the extent of this one. It looks like the Princeton 4V out in lane 1, Temple 4V lane 2, Princeton 5V closest to the camera in lane 3. So 2 Tigers and an Owl here.
Crew's off to a great start here, out of the 100-meter breakage zone, approaching 250 meters in the midst of their high strokes, getting into this race, getting excited for their first race of the season. Although, as we know, they're going to be turning around, coming back out for a couple 1,000-meter pieces after this and continuing their scrimmage throughout the day.
That's right. This early season race between these teams, it's more of a training session. It's more of a scrimmage. So they do come out here and do some additional pieces after their initial 2K. So yeah, a lot more strokes to put in there, Tommy.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's what's important to do this time of the season. You want to take as many strokes as you possibly can.
And as you see, only Temple and Princeton were able to field out these 4V, 5V boats. And it says a lot about how deep both of these teams are in terms of amount of rowers. I was catching up with Temple rower Pat Lamb last night. He's an alumni, and he was always talking about how deep the team is and how everybody's pushing everybody. And Georgetown, LaSalle were not fielding a 4V, 5V in this race, and Temple was able to. And I think that says a lot about them having that extra edge to come back against LaSalle on those races. It's just one race. We can't completely summarize all in one thing, but it's pretty incredible that both of these teams have this many rowers to push all the other guys above them.
Absolutely. Great shot of the 2 Princeton boats here. You can see closest to the camera, the Princeton 5V coxed by Luke Grippo, the pride of St. Augustine Prep of South Jersey, really pushing his team on, helping them focus, helping them stick to their race plan as the margins between all these boats are opening up, and they're going to have to keep it internal as they strive to get to that finish line.
It's so important to have an experienced coxswain in these 4V, 5V lineups, because a lot of times you have walk-on athletes that, you know, joined the program just months ago, and they put in a little bit of training, they take a couple strokes in the water. For a lot of these guys, it might be their first rowing race ever. And so to have an experienced coxswain to tell them what to do, it goes such a long way.
That's true, Keenan. And I know you always try to point out that coxswains are important just because you were one in a previous life. But in this one instance, you're right. It is really important to have that leadership to help motivate a lot of these rowers who may have never raced before.
Exactly, Tommy. We take a look here, and through 1,000 meters in, the halfway point of this race, it's the Tiger 4V sitting up open water over the Tiger 5V. Tiger 5V sits up over the Temple 4V.
You can see the Princeton 4V stroke seat senior George Lathrop, self-proclaimed vibes captain of the team and the boat. Certainly looks like he's serving vibes here, as he's the only rower without sleeves on today.
There you go. Yeah, he's not affected by the conditions. He's not affected by the cold.
No, I don't think I would have been affected either if we had been able to sit out in the launch. But you were like, oh no, Tommy, we need to go to the warm sound studio and commentate from there.
It is cozy in here, I will say that.
Yeah, it's not 31 degrees, but it doesn't seem to be affecting these Princeton rowers who are just powering through the cold weather, going fast regardless.
Now, Coach Chip, back in the day, you were considered a vibes guy.
Absolutely.
Within your squad. What does that entail? Is it picking the music before races, before erg sessions? What does a vibe guy do?
I think generally a vibes guy, of course, is somebody who's bringing that energy, the synergy, if you will, to the team. And it's all about being fired up at all times. If it's 25 degrees and it's 5 a.m. and we have to go out for a training session, I'm going into the boathouse and I'm fired up. I'm yelling at guys. We're putting up some music. Everything has to be energy, no matter what. I think, if anything, when times are the darkest, you have to be the loudest, the most energetic, because at the end of the day, a lot of rowing training is mental. So it's great to have vibes guys like him in the boathouse, because it's very important.
It's such an important role. It was kind of the opposite of what you were, Tommy. You were a bad vibes guy.
Yeah, they called me the rain cloud.
That was your nickname through most of college, I do remember. Okay, taking a look back at this race, and it is the Princeton 4V. Sitting up pretty comfortably over the 5V, putting in some really good hard strokes here. Princeton 4V sitting up, let's call it 100 meters of open water over the Temple 4V.
Again, Keenan, really great margins you're calling here. I'm sure they're extremely accurate.
That's what I'm known for, Tommy. 250 to go. We should expect both these Princeton boats, again, to probably practice at least one or two of their bumps. See if we can get some data on stroke ratings here. Looks like Princeton is striking about a 38, maybe 37.5, 38. So definitely starting to gear up for the line.
Yep, you want to practice your sprint here at the beginning of the season, shake some of those cobwebs off, and just see what you have in the tank.
That's right. Once again, it's training these early season races. Final couple strokes here for that Tiger 4V. And the 4V from Princeton is through unofficially 6:25. Princeton 5V. Not giving up here. Gunning for the line. Final 5 strokes of the race for the Tiger 5V. And unofficially through 6:42. And to round out the heavyweight installment of this regatta, we have the Temple 4V. Looking clean, staying aggressive. Final few strokes here of the race. Looks like they're striking about a 35 or so. A little bit more modest compared to the two Tiger boats that we saw earlier. But again, early season, a lot of gears to find still.
And getting ready to turn around and do some more racing.
Exactly right. And that's how it's going to end. It was a clean Tiger sweep for the heavyweight men in the first race of the season for the Tigers. We will meet you